So it's been said that Star Wars Zero Company, the upcoming turn-based tactics strategy game currently in development by Reactor and Respawn Entertainment, has the biggest galaxy map they've ever put into a Star Wars video game before. And if you take a look at this screenshot, it's easy to see why. Now, as you can see in this galaxy map, there are a lot of grey dots, which could resemble moons and planets. But does this actually mean we can go and play on them all? Probably not, because there are well over 100 dots on this map, which would be a hell of a lot of work to be able to complete all of these for this game. So I think that is highly unrealistic. Now, thanks to EA, I actually had a conversation with Greg Furch, the CEO and creative director at Reactor, and Orion Kellogg, who's an executive producer at Lucasfilm, alongside a bunch of other creators. And I actually asked this question of whether or not they would all be playable, to which the response was simply that all of these dots have a reason to be there. Now, that ultimately could mean anything, but the fact that this game is going to have the biggest number of planets playable than any other Star Wars game is just incredibly exciting to me. It's probably the feature that I'm most looking forward to with Star Wars Zero Company, and they've announced already that there's going to be a number of new and original planets in this game, but we already know of a number of canon Star Wars locations already in this game. Looking at the screenshot, the planet selected is Champala, which is a planet in the Star Wars canon. However, it's only really mentioned briefly and doesn't appear very much. So it means that we're going to be able to actually get a good look at what the environment of Champala is actually like. And in the Reactor panel at Star Wars Celebration and the accompanying StarWars.com article, they've also mentioned about 4 planets that they discussed from other Star Wars media that will be making its way into the game, such as Seralonis from The Bad Batch Season 2, where Tech becomes a racer, Vandor from Solo: A Star Wars Story, Mapuzo from Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as Anaxis from Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. So seeing all 4 of these planets come to life in a new way in this game is really exciting to me. I think it's very likely that we'll be able to play on so many more planets that are referenced or appear in lots of other media as well, especially with seemingly such a big map. So I really cannot wait for this. And the fact that it's in the Clone Wars as well means that we could see battles that take place on Mapuzo, for example, and then when we go back to watch Kenobi, we can be like, well, I've played on here as Zero Company. Or you go to Anaxis in a mission, maybe you help out the 501st or whoever's there as part of the Republic, and then you go to watch the Bad Batch arc and you know that Zero Company have been here probably within the last year or so. And I just think that's so cool, and there's a lot of really exciting opportunities with this game and the vast amount of planets in it. Now, of course, I'm always excited to see new planets come to the Star Wars universe, so I really cannot wait for that as well. But it really is the planets from other media coming into it which I am most excited for. I imagine over the next year or so, however long it takes for this game to come out, they could announce more planets that we'll see, or they might just leave it until it releases. We will just have to wait and see. But regardless, whenever it does release, I will be making tons of content for each of these planets, I'm sure. That is going to be it from me today though, guys. Let me know what you think about this galaxy map in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.